I always hate that feeling of staring at a blank page. It can be too much. That's why my brother suggested I do this video diary instead. I came around to the idea eventually. It made sense. But I'll probably be super embarrassed when I find this video in 10 years.
Hi, I'm Lee Levy. I live across the way. I wanted to come introduce myself.
I'm Summer Roome.
Well, that's a mighty fine name.
Thank you.
I brought a cake.
I lived in another house for the first 2 years of my life, but then my parents moved to this one. So my first memories are in this house. I bought the place from my mom before she died. I couldn't stand the idea of some stranger living here. It just didn't feel right. This house has a lot of history to it, and that can be a good thing and a bad thing. It was really nice when I first moved. Mom ain't here no more, so this place kind of feels more like a museum than anything else.
Now, I was watching this show, and this lady, I can't remember her name, she said to go around your home and pick up every item and ask yourself, does this bring me joy? And if the answer is nope, you just toss it out.
What's that supposed to do?
Bring you peace of mind, of course.
Peace of mind sounds nice.
My husband hated the idea of it at first. When he saw these garbage bags full of old books and tchotchkes and whatnot, he was mad as hell. From my lips to God's ear, that man is a hoarder in the making, I swear. Lord help him if anything ever happens to me. He'll be living in a pile of his own shit.
When my mom was my age, she had already been married for about 10 years or so, and she had already had me and my brother. So all this space wasn't so empty 29 years ago. I kind of feel like the last person hanging out at the party after everyone else has left. Do you have any kids?
One, a son. He's a little shit, but I love him. He's staying at a friend's summer house, probably getting into trouble. Can I ask you a question?
Don't have to ask.
Well, pardon me if I'm overstepping, but you seem sad. Would you mind if I asked why?
My mama was gonna name me after her great-grandmother. Her name was June. But then she eventually decided not to name me that. She wanted me to have my own name. I look around and I'll get used to all the space, probably. But I don't know if I'll get used to living in somebody else's house.
Darling, I think you're looking at this all wrong.
How am I thinking about it wrong?
Well, with all due respect to your mama, this ain't her house no more. I mean, it is, but it isn't. You gotta make it your own.
There's just something about a blank page that always freaks me out. And I think it's not the nothing that freaks me out. Like, I think maybe it's the fact that it could be anything. Like, I know that sounds silly, but it's a little bit scary. Maybe more than a little bit.